where the space starts, okay, and where the atmosphere ends. To get a perception about the heights, because now we are going above Earth, okay, more and more and deeper into space. So to start with, I will say, the highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest, and its height is about 9 kilometers. So in comparison to that, now you will understand the further heights which I am going to talk about. 15-kilometer height. As you go higher and higher from sea level on the Earth, what happens? The atmosphere becomes thinner and thinner, oxygen content becomes lesser and lesser. At 15-kilometer height, what is the significance of that height? You see, above 15 kilometers, no aircraft in the world can fly. What is the reason for that? All aircrafts, they require oxygen in the outside atmosphere to do their work. Their engines will not function if they don't get oxygen from outside the atmosphere. Above 15 kilometers, there is not enough oxygen for them, so no aircraft can fly above 15 kilometers. Then what do you do if you want to go higher than 15 kilometers? We use a rocket. What is so special about the rocket which is not there in the aircraft? Rocket not only carries fuel along with it, but it also carries oxygen with it. Okay, and that's why there is no limitation. Rocket is the only vehicle in the world which can fly in any medium. It can fly through water, it can fly through air, it can fly through atmosphere as well as space. So that is the only vehicle. And that you can use for going into space. Here also I have shown the boundary of 100 kilometers above Earth. What is the significance of this? At 100 kilometers, the atmosphere becomes so thin that it slowly merges with space. So internationally, 100 kilometers is recognized as above which the space starts. If you launch satellites above 100 kilometers, then they can keep revolving around Earth and they can stay there for some time. Okay, so that is, you have to remember, 100 kilometers is the minimum height above which we have to launch the satellites. And 36,000 kilometers is another line in space, imaginary line, that is called geostationary orbit. What is geostationary? See, at that height, if you launch a satellite and if it is from west to east, you know very well, Earth also is rotating from west to east, and the satellite also is rotating in that direction about Earth, and the velocity of the Earth is such that it also completes one revolution around Earth in 24 hours, same duration as that of Earth around its axis. So from any point on the Earth, if you look at the satellite, then it will appear to be stationary. Because the relative velocity between Earth and the satellite is zero. You understand? So that is why it is called geostationary orbit. And that orbit is used for transmitting telecommunication, broadcasting telecommunication, TV signals. Now you get TV signals from Tata Sky and so many other channels which directly comes to your drawing hall, right? So that is through a small dish antenna mounted on your home, and you never have to change the direction once it is fixed. The reason for that is the same thing. If you go deeper into space, let us say, then there is a moon which is 4 lakh kilometers from Earth, and then there is a Mars which is more than 40 crore kilometers from Earth. Now I will go next to what is the rocket engine, how it works. It is very simple actually to understand, difficult to make it. Now the topmost portion there which I have shown is called cone, the tip of the rocket there, and then there is a fuel tank, there is an oxidizer tank. I told you that rocket has got fuel as well as oxygen, and then there is the engine in which they are mixed, there they are ignited, hot gases are generated, and those hot gases, they come out very fast through nozzle. And you know very well, third law of the Newton, when the gases come out in the one direction, the rocket moves in another direction, right? Action and reaction are equal and opposite. So that is how the rocket works.